Hello, welcome. Glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you. Now, if you have made these New Year's resolutions, you've set these annual goals, and today is January 25th, and you've already fizzled out, well, then today is the day that we get that all out on the table because we're going to talk about how to make the most of your day to achieve your goals. Welcome again. I am Rashida Green, founder and CEO of Get Right Coaching, the host of the Mompreneur HQ community, and the creator of the Digimompreneur Academy. And I am glad that you have joined us live because we are here to help moms who are determined to find time, money, and location freedom to start, grow, and scale online businesses so that they can build the life of their dreams without neglecting themselves or their families in the process. And we do that through coaching. That's either one-on-one or group coaching, as well as content, the major content that we provide here on in the Mompreneur HQ community on the www.themompreneurhq.com website and all of our social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram. We also like to get you involved through the community. So we have this Mompreneur HQ community. It is for you, but it's not going to be helpful to you if you don't apply the things that we put out here. And if you're not engaging and being active in the group and getting to know the other women, and it's supposed to be an environment designed for mom entrepreneurs to support, build one another up, and give each other ideas, answer questions. So go ahead and use this community to the best of your ability so that we can all get to know one another and support each other's business ventures. If you're joining me live, go ahead and put hashtag live in the comments so I know that you're here. Make sure that you give StreamYard permission, show your name, and otherwise it's going to say Facebook user. So I'm going to be like, hey, Facebook user. So let's not do that. Go ahead and give StreamYard access so that I can say hi to you. Make sure that if you're joining us on the replay, put hashtag replay. And whether you're here live or watching the replay, you have a comment field under this video. Go ahead and place your comments in that area. If you have any questions during the show, if I can get to them, I most certainly will. If not, I will definitely respond after the show. And lastly, if you are joining us, make sure that you have a pencil, paper, or digital device to take down some notes because we usually drop some gems and I don't want you to miss them because gems are a fortune, especially if applied correctly. All right, so we were talking about how to make the most of your day to achieve your goals. Believe it or not, I need you to think about time management. Yeah, it's not a popular topic individually. Like sometimes it could be a pain, like, oh, I got to think about stuff. I got to do my time blocking and so forth. It can be a pain in the neck. But at the end of the day, if you're sitting and looking and wondering, oh, what did I do? What did I even do? What did I even get accomplished? Then this episode is for you. So I said I want you to think about time management. Is this something that you've been told that you need to get better at? Or do you want to get control over your time for your own sanity? There are numerous techniques for mastering time management, but you'll never put them to good use unless you actually believe in the concept. The concept is that time can be managed. How do you think of time? Is time something to spend or something to invest? If you see time as something to spend, then you will likely fit well into a high structured business where the tasks are established as well as the time frames for task completion. You may want to save time instead of spending it. So you'll find ways to cut corners. You want to find ways to cut corners in your business, or you may even rush around doing personal tasks. You are likely to say, if I rush through this training, I'll have time to go to the movies, or I'll have time to take an ice cream break, or I'll have time to take a nap. That's more about allocating minutes to use elsewhere rather than making choices about the value of the activity compared with the time necessary to do it. On the other hand, if you prefer to invest your time, then you are more choosy about what you're going to do with the time. By thinking of how to invest time instead of how to spend time, you give time use a greater long-term value. You also think of time as precious, as a precious commodity, as the precious commodity that it is. For example, if you want to finish a college degree or start a home-based business, you're going to have to decide whether to invest your evening and weekend hours in your new venture or watch another video online or straight binge watch Netflix, right? You have to choose. And it's easy to decide to crash on the sofa after a hard day's work. You're like, I earned this. I'm tired. I'm done. But you have to be committed to your dream, really committed to get up and walk away from the television or the computer game and invest a few hours each evening and or weekends for your future. Time waits for no one. It actually moves forward. And you can't save it, pocket it to use later. That's why you need a plan each day on where to invest your time for maximum productivity. You sometimes might hear me talk about morning routines. So what does your morning routine look like? You may hear me mention about your nightly routine. So your morning and nightly routine, and some people even have midday routines. Like my husband will go walking every day during his lunch hour. So that is his midday routine to keep him sane from having back-to-back meetings or continuously looking at the computer screen. So that is a midday routine for him. But for us moms, our busy moms, what are we doing in the mornings? What are we doing at nights? We know pretty much what we're doing during the day. If we're not working a full-time job, we're probably home tending to children, cooking, washing clothes, meal prepping, going to the laundromat, folding clothes, sweeping floors, cleaning out cabinets, you name it, we're doing it. And then, oh, by the way, being a CEO and running these businesses, right? So we have all these things that we're doing, but how are we lining up our day to be most productive? And it generally starts the day before. That's really where it starts, the day before. So if you are a planner, then you know that you may start on Sunday nights planning out your week and then filling in as the week goes. If you are a business owner and you use something like a Calendly or Google Calendar, and you have clients that can book on your schedule so that you can see what that looks like, then that's awesome too. So that starts filling up your calendar on those available spaces that you left open. Some of the methods that I've taught about before is time blocking, setting up your calendar to have those important dates that are personal to you and your family in there, your doctor's appointments and so forth, all of that personal stuff in first. And then you work in those other items like work-related items, social-related items. And I say family first because honestly, that is the name of the game, family first. You are a mom first, right? No, you are you first. You are a woman first. You are who you are. And then you're adding on your responsibilities by being a wife and by being a mother and so forth. So don't let me diminish you and your the various roles that you play. But those things will come up as some of the things that you do throughout the day. And you want to be able to look at your schedule and know that you've put those family responsibilities in first, because the ultimate goal for me is to have lifestyle business, and not lifestyle business meaning my job is to document, blog on lifestyle and so forth, but to actually have a business that works around my lifestyle. So I want to be able to live and work, not work to live. And I want you to be able to have a calendar that you can look at that has all of your events already in it, so that if you start the day off knowing what you're going to be doing, guess what? You're not spending time on that day trying to figure out what you're going to do. So it's not, okay, I'm going to wake up and have my coffee, tea, and then around 9:30, look at my calendar and say, oh, I was supposed to do that at 8:15, right? I've done that. So that's how I know to be able to share it as an example. We don't want to do that. So we want to be able to look at our calendar, plan it out in advance so that we don't spend a lot of time doing it the day of. If you have morning routines, as I mentioned, maybe coffee or tea when you get up in the morning, you do exercising, you read a book or do some meditation or journaling, that's wonderful. And you should maintain that type of mindfulness during the course of during your morning to help you get clear on what it is that you like to do. And that may even include with all this, as you're looking at your drinking your tea or coffee, that you would look at your calendar to see what's on the calendar for the day ahead so that you kind of get an idea of where you are and where you need to be by the end of the day. So having a morning routine can be very instrumental in how the rest of your day goes. They say that breakfast is such an important meal of the day because it starts you off and it gets you energized and gets your vitamin levels up and so forth at the beginning of the day, which sets you up for a good day. Missing breakfast, you may have crankiness, some vitamin deficiencies, and not really having the best day because you missed breakfast, so they say, right? But there are just people out there who don't do breakfast, and that's okay. It's not to say that you're not going to get things done because you don't have your calendar set up for the day. It's just to say that you may lose a couple of minutes that you'll never get back trying to figure it out. So having a morning routine during the day is beautiful. To start your day is beautiful. And then a nightly routine. What does that consist of? Can it consist of, if you are going out to work or to the office, getting your clothes prepared the night before? Is there something that you want in particular for lunch on the next day? Can you prepare it tonight at night and then bring it prepared and ready to go in the morning? Is there an appointment or something that you thought of throughout the day that you forgot about that you want to remember to do tomorrow? Is that something that you want to add into your nightly routine? Nightly routine might consist of a wind down. For me, fortunately, it has become these mind games on the phone. So these little games that I play, matching games where they just pile on a whole bunch of stuff and you have to like sift through all the stuff to get the matches. I have found that helps me to unwind because during the day, my mind is consistently going, thinking of business ideas and thoughts all day long. And even after I've logged off the computer, even after I've eaten dinner, even after I've put the children to bed, my mind is still going. And so what I find that helps me is just playing the little 3D game that I play that I have to sift through. And because now it's requiring me to look through these things, focus on making those matches. And I no longer am fixated on what I need to do for my business right now that I can't do because it's after hours, right? As an entrepreneur, we make our own hours, but sometimes it's just healthy to shut it down. It's just, you don't need to be working all day, all the time. You have to be able to turn it off. And for me, even though my computer is off, my mind isn't. And so those games like that help me to unwind. So whether that's closing out the night with some water, or maybe not, depending on how many times you want to get up in the middle of the night, and you're really looking at the day, planning the day that's coming. And that can be very helpful in making sure that you're making the most use, getting the most use of your time out of your day so that you can achieve the goals that you set. Because one of the things that you can do also is to set your goals for the next day and how you plan to achieve them. And then when the next day comes, you actually go through that goal list, go through that checklist on how you plan to achieve them, and check it off when it's done. So these are things that you can definitely do to try to get more time out of your day so that you can achieve your goals. Now, perhaps you said to yourself, you just don't have enough time. It's just not 24 hours is not enough time. I know I have said it. But guess what? It's the same 24 hours that Steve Jobs has, the same 24 hours Oprah has. They all got the same time. And so if we all have the same time, that means that there is some level of skill required to manage the same 24 hours that each of us has. Now, I'm not saying that our 24 hours will be the same. I'm not saying that. We all each get 24 hours. And what happens during the course of your 24 hours may be jam-packed or lightweight or somewhere in between. Either way, it's not my job to determine if you are slacking or overworking, but it is for you to decide what's comfortable for you. But I know if there are people out there who have said that you don't have enough time to start a home-based business, or it's just not enough time in the day for me to go back to work and go back to school. If you will take a hard look at how you use the time after work, in each day, and on the weekends, you can probably find at least 2 or 3 hours each day and 5 to 8 hours on the weekend to invest in your future goals. And I have to use that word heavily, to invest in your future goals. Why? Because if you are working 5 days a week, 6 days a week, you look forward to the weekend to relax, right? And most people, because they're working 5 and 6 days a week, the weekend where they would expect to be able to relax is not relaxation, because now they have to do all the things that they couldn't do during the week, like laundry, like meal prepping, like going to the nail salon, getting your hair and nails done, or going to the hair salon, getting your hair done, like making those appointments to the eye doctor or the dentist or any other appointments that you can't get to during regular work hours. You're trying to stuff it into the weekend and then say, I just don't have time to start a business. I can't do it. But then to say New Year's resolutions, I am going to start a business. I am going to go back to school. This is the year for me, and I am going to replace that washing machine. You have all these plans at the beginning of the year, and what happens by the 18th of the month, usually, I think that's an actual day, an actual month, an actual day celebration, end of New Year's resolutions day or something like that. And I have to look that up. But anyway, it's not even a whole month before those New Year's resolutions disappear. And you're like, forget it. It wasn't going to work anyway, when you didn't really even give it a chance. So what I'm saying is, if you really want to reach and achieve your goals, it's not even the phrase that we say is you got to make time. You can't make time. Time is what it is. Time is it doesn't stop. It keeps going. It's 24 hours, right? 7 days a week, 4 weeks in a month, 4 to 5, depending. But it's the same time. Time is just time. And we track it, but we can't change it. Once it's gone, we can't get it back. So use the time wisely to reach the goals that you set for yourself. Initially, it'll seem like you are giving up something when you miss the latest episode of some reality show, or watch one football game instead of 4. Have that FOMO, fear of missing out. The girls are getting together for a brunch on Saturday or cocktails on Saturday night. And you just feel like, I can't miss it. The girls are hanging and I'm stuck in a house building a business, going to school, getting a degree, or whatever the case may be. He's trying to get certified to do something bigger and greater, but you get stumped on the fact that you feel like you're missing out. Listen, it's definitely a trade-off, but you are the ultimate winner as you invest time into something that will take you further in life than just sitting on the sofa, just Netflixing and chilling. Invest your time wisely. And when you need more money, you can borrow or charge it. But when you need more time, you have to work within the 24-hour limit that you have. There is no getting of more time. Okay. You know, when America needs more money, we just print more money. If we need more time, well, we just get what we got, right? So if you want, you can print out 2 schedules with 24 hours or 24 lines on each page, right? You can take out a piece of paper if you want and just put the hours on it. Write it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 12 You can do it in, is it Army time, military time, 1,200 hours, 100 hours, whatever the case may be. There's no 100 hours, it's 24 hours. Anywho, just go ahead and drop the time down, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, a.m., p.m. And you want to start with the one is going to be how you're currently using your time. So keep it nearby, keep it with a paper by, keep a pen by, and just write down, look at the time and write down what time it is when you're doing whatever you're doing. So if I'm TV at 9 p.m., put 9 p.m. watching TV. If I am turning out the lights to go to bed, lights out, 10 p.m. You get the idea? And when you wake up at 6:30 or whatever, 6:30, wake up. And I want you to just look at the time that you are spending. Now, I want you to also, if you are traveling to work, block out enough time to drive to and from work or any other type of transportation time that you would need to complete tasks. So if you're going to the grocery store at a grocery store, so you get in the car at 10 o'clock a.m., you get to the grocery store at 10:08 a.m., that's 8 minutes of travel, and your grocery time starts at 10:08, and then you don't get out there till 11 o'clock because you done spend a good 42 minutes, 52 minutes just in that store, just walking around. Document all of that. Don't edit it. Don't try to fix it. Don't make it rounded numbers. Oh, it's at 05 and 10 and 15. No, just whatever time it is, I want you to document it. This is a way to track the time. This is time tracking. So to track the time that you've already spent doing whatever it is that you do. And again, don't edit it. You need to see where your time really goes. And after completing the actual time log, then you want to use that information to design how you would like to invest your time. You may not be able to convert to your ideal schedule immediately, but by having a plan, you can begin to make the changes needed to turn your ideal day plan into your everyday plan. And when you think of time as an asset to invest, time is an asset, which is why some coaches charge so much for 1 hour of their time. There are 6-figure coaches out there. You can spend 6 figures, 100,000 on 1 to 2 hours of their time. That's not even a VIP day, okay? And they get paid that because their time is that valuable, and the knowledge that they've gained and the experience that they've gained is so desirable and valuable that people will pay it. So we want to get to that level. Not to say that you have to be charging 6 figures for your time. I just mean that you value your time and that others value it just as much. Okay, so when you think of time as an asset to invest in, then you become more likely to follow your ideal day plan and respect your time. If you don't respect your time, nobody else is going to respect your time. So make sure that you are making a priority for yourself to respect your time. And that, my friends, is when you can look to achieve your goals. And when you evaluate your current use of time and then allocate unused or poorly used time to reaching your goals, that's when you'll be able to achieve your goals because you have now got time management on lock. Now, I mentioned a couple of examples of going back to school and getting certified for a particular position and starting a business. If your goal is to start a home-based business, you should check out our newest release, just dropped this month, January 15th, Start a Home-Based Business Now. We dropped this mini course in the Digimompreneur Academy where you can get this and a slew of other courses for $47 a month. Or you can buy Start a Home-Based Business Now outright for $47, one payment of $47. It's your choice. Either way, the Start a Home-Based Business Now mini course will teach you how to discover and create a business idea, determine your business structure and name, conduct market research, complete a business plan, refine your branding, products, and services, understand your legal requirements, and register your business, develop and implement a digital marketing strategy, launch and evaluate your business results and improve. Now, you can go check it out at www.themompreneur HQ.com. Of course, there's a whole bunch of stuff behind that. I will drop it in the link, introducing Start a Home-Based Business. But if you want to make this year your Jordan year, then you need to take the action steps to become the best at whatever it is that you do. Start your home-based business now. I'd also like to say, keep your eyes and ears peeled, people, because I think I spilled the beans last at one of my previous lives, but I am going to be hosting a 90-day coaching program for only 3 to 5 of you mamas at a ridiculously low investment. And when you completed it, you'll have all of your assets from the back end to the front end. They say from the rooter to the tutor. You are going to have everything that you need to go out here in the world and look professional and have your business together and everything. And just to clarify just a little bit, I didn't want to give all the details away because it will be coming to you in an email. I hope that you're on my email list because that's going to be very important. Okay, because I will be sending out the details. I'll be asking for only 3 to 5, and after those 5 have been selected, then we are going to move forward starting in February with this program. Now, I've told to you about the Mom Business Blueprint, and you already know about the Digimompreneur Academy. The blueprint is the blueprint to help you get your business lined up and going. The Academy is all the resources and tools that you need to stay informed and to keep your website going with blogs and social media content and just a whole bunch of courses, mini classes, journals, planners. And when I say journals, I do have monthly journals. But we also have planners that you can actually plan out your business, different parts of your business. So it's very robust, Digimompreneur Academy. But this special program that I'm going to be announcing shortly is going to, like I said, give you your website, set up your email assets, your email provider, your payment processor, all of the juicy back-end details. But if you want to know more about that, go ahead and drop in the comments interested, and then I'll be able to reach out to you. But in the meantime, you will be able to just keep your eyes open for the official announcement of 90-day program. So I hope that you have learned a lot and you now know how to make the most of your year, most of your day to achieve your goals. And if this is your Michael Jordan year, 23, this is the best year yet. Until next time.